Glad you could join us from Reser Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Sheffield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You know, it's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
Running inside, it's Sutton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
On third down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. The Aztecs look to keep this drive humming. On the run, it's Sutton. Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They want to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And that one's way too far for everybody. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he kept that one just. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sutton. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second.
Could be an alley. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Tell you got to be brave as a slot receiver to run these slant passes because you're catching it right around linebackers and safeties are coming crashing down. You really have to have a ton of confidence running that route.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Looking to fire. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And this one splits the uprights. That brings them to within 1. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They've settled for field goals on each of their last 2 drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. Find some fresh air. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Goes high to pull it in. Turns on the Jets. He's at the 20. Touchdown Aztecs. Rolled his way into the end zone.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here.
man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Right back to the well. There's some room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Finds his man. It's Brown. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. The run inside. It's Sutton. Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? Touchdown, San Diego State! Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Now San Diego State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to fire on second down. Pocket breaking down. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on second and short. The Aztecs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Timeout called by San Diego State. That's their third and final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. To the air on first down. Stepping to the right. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. On first down from the 13-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hit as he throws. Got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Grabs it, and he will score. Touchdown, Aztecs. And the Aztecs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. They'll open the second half on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got it in the middle, it's Napier. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Running inside, it's Sutton. They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on second and 6. Give to the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. He might want another play. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got 99 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. After run, now throw. Makes the catch. It's Bostic. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Aztecs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Slings it downfield. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Aztecs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Keeps it on the option. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work,
they'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Still on his feet at the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's low. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Now the pitch. Here's a little room there. They bring him down, a big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. And the pummeling has started. They build this 4th quarter lead. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taker, but couldn't reel it in. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sutton. Got a little grass. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Aztecs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And he's wrestled to the ground.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
The Beavers using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Caught, and he's got room. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Timeout is called, and that will be the 2nd charge to Oregon State. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. He's looking to pass. He wants it all. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those 1 play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys could step up, and in the huddle, they could make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.